Okay, so we are here with the screenwriter of the film Ruthless, Kate Perry. Hi, how are you feeling today?
Very well, thank you. Having had a bit of an adventure to get here because I got lost.
Yeah, so I've heard.
Yes, I know. Yeah.
It's sometimes so difficult to find your way, especially in new country.
Yes, if you don't have the language and you don't know what's been saying, you're just like, I just hopped on the trains and got off at the wrong stop yesterday.
But that's good you are here.
Yes, it's great I'm here, it's great.
And is it your first time in Poland?
No, my film was in, Ruthless was in the Krakow Film Festival.
Oh, and you've been there?
Yes, so it was lovely,
Oh, great, great. And talking about that, how do you feel about the fact that this festival on this festival once again you're here with this film again?
Yeah, I mean, I'm honoured. I mean, it's nice that a country recognises your film and wants to screen it again. So, and I mean, I know there's many festivals around different countries, but it's wonderful to be back in Poland again, and people appreciating the work is always very nice. Yes,
definitely. And I wanted to ask you a question. When you think about the word ruthless, what comes to your mind?
Well, that's a tricky one because I know the meaning of the word, but it's not indicative to the film.
Yeah.
Ruth, in the film, the prosthetic leg is called Ruth, and because it goes missing, it's ruthless. So it's not ruthless.
Yes, but that's a tricky.
So it's not really. It's not you could consider it a ruthless thing that a young boy has done, but it's not really. And if you see the film, you'll see why.
But nice, I think, pun.
Yes, it's a pun, exactly.
Okay, and I wanted to ask you, can you, as simply as you can, explain what is this film about to the ones that don't know what is this film about?
Okay, well, originally I was commissioned to write Ruthless as a radio play for BBC. We listen to a lot of plays on radio all the time. It's very popular, it's part of the culture. So when I wrote it, it was mainly about a little boy who'd lost his mother, and the father was very much in or the mother was very much in the radio play. So after I wrote it, I wanted to write a film about the mother and the loss of the mother. So the film is about a little boy and his father who are stuck in grief and they can't kind of move on after the death of their mother. And the little boy is passionate about music, and especially T-Rex, who was the glam rock god at the time. Do you know him?
Yeah,
okay.
I know him.
He's great, So he wants to get an album, and his father won't give him the money, and because they don't have any money, but the little boy really, really wants it. So his father's got a prosthetic leg, and the little boy pawns the father's leg to get the T-Rex album. So, but then when the father realizes he's done that, he knows that he can't deny his son some pleasure. So the music is about how a prosthetic leg and a T-Rex album become the conduit for overcoming grief and allows them to move on from that grief.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yes.
And when you think about this movie, and maybe also writing this the screenplay, what kind of emotions you associated with?
Well, the movie is set in the short film is set in Northern Ireland, so it's part of the culture in Northern Ireland. And as you see in the film, there's a lot of black and white footage of soldiers on the streets, so it's evocative of the time when there was a lot of trouble, but it's not necessarily a film about Northern Ireland. It's a film about people's lives, that people want to hear music, little boys are passionate about things, children are passionate about things, teenagers are. So besides all the horror that's going on outside, inside in people's homes, they're the same all over the world. So I was trying to say that it's not just a film about Northern Ireland. It's the politics are in the backdrop.
But you like to incorporate this Irish heritage in your film.
Absolutely.
And why is it important for you?
I mean, I've written other work with nothing to do with Ireland, but in this one, because it was set in 1971 and the album came out there, I had to set it in Northern Ireland at that time. And I specifically wanted to put it in the north because it's the juxtaposition of the glam rock and all the colour and the rock and roll with soldiers on the street was a nice kind of contrast, I thought, and a lot of conflict that I thought would be played out well in a film.
And do you like T-Rex yourself? Do you like to listen to that kind of music?
Oh yeah, I love it.
Oh, great.
I love T-Rex. Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, 'cause even when the film came out, a lot of the T-Rex fans started following me, so I've gone to other conventions now. Yeah.
And do you have your favorite song from that album?
Well, Jeepster is probably that I have. That's why I chose it. Yes.
Okay, mine is Cosmic Dancer.
Oh yeah, I mean,
this is a very good one too.
Yes, very good.
And I wanted to ask you also, how come you wrote the story? You told me that you wanted to write the story because you wanted to portray the loss of the mother, but how it actually happened that you decided to write that story?
Well, when I was commissioned from the BBC to write it as a play, the remit was they commissioned 6 writers to write a story about something that is under your bed. So you could find anything under your bed and write about it. So I was thinking, what would you find under a bed? And I'm a comedian, so I like to use props. So I thought, what would happen if you found a prosthetic leg under your bed? As you do. And so I started thinking about this leg as using it as currency for something. And then I just didn't want to write a frivolous thing, so I just started developing the story. What could you do with a prosthetic leg? And what if I love T-Rex, so I wanted to put that in there too. So I thought, how do I work with T-Rex and a prosthetic leg? And then I came up with the story about a little boy. He lost his mother and he's going to pawn the leg to get the album.
Okay. And do you like to use other works of culture as a source of inspiration, like literature, films, or art in general? How do you feel about it?
No, I don't really do that. I mean,
so it's just your own ideas that you take from your life,
Probably, and probably because I'm a comedian, I tend towards I mean, my film's got drama in it, obviously, but I tend towards the comic end of things. So my inspiration, would be Preston Sturges, people like that, John Waters, those kind of wacky, quirky kind of films. Those are the things I lean in towards. So I mean, there's comedy everywhere. I mean, you can find it. Well, I see it anyway.
Yeah, that is interesting that you actually used comedy, because as far as we know, this movie is set in 1970s, probably as I think during the Troubles.
Yes.
And I don't know much about it, but this is a very serious time, but yet the comedy. Why the war is here not a primary focus, but this comedy and this wanting to have some fun, and why is that?
Well, I think when I grew up in Northern Ireland, and obviously as a teenager, you're just thinking about yourself as a teenager. I mean, there's war going on outside your door, but you're getting up thinking, like one time in Northern Ireland, I'll give you an example. We were in school and a bomb went off, an explosion, and the tables all went like this, and we went, oh my God, there's going to be a bomb sale and we'll be able to get a jumper to go out in for 50p. So once everything settled, next day we were running down to the shop and everything was sold. So then we could go to a disco with clothes on that were smelling of smoke, but they cost a lot. So in that, you're very selfish as a teenager, so no matter what's going on, you're selfish. So I think that's very humorous, that the selfishness of you and the things that are going, you're like, I don't care about the bomb, I just want to get a new jumper, and I think that's funny. And
the same with the film, right?
Yes.
Was it the source of kind of the source of inspiration for you?
I mean, I think in my nature it's there anyway, inherently. So people in Northern Ireland, we will laugh about the Troubles. Now, we didn't really laugh about but we have dark humour, put it that way, if you know what I mean. So it allows us to laugh at it now. We laugh at things that people would say, that's terrible. We'll go, well, that's life. What can you do? You have to live with it. So, yeah.
I see. And when, how do you feel about the way that Matthew McGuigan and the actors portrayed the story? Do you think it was similar in a way you imagine it in your head while writing it?
Right, well, I actually had a bit more comedy in it, but Matthew is more of a dramatic, he doesn't do comedy, so when he read the script he liked it, so there was moments in it that I had that were more comedic, but it's a director's medium obviously, so he took it in another direction, which is totally fine for me because it's won lots of awards all over the world, so he did a good job. Yeah, and I was very happy with the kid in it and the casting. So I was involved in that too, so it was great, and the little boy is amazing.
I definitely agree. And as far as we know, the film was a success. And the screenplay itself got a Jones Barburns Award. And has it motivated you to work on something new, to create more, or do you have now different plans?
Yeah, I mean, I've got I'm writing several things. I'm writing a screenplay at the moment. I'm writing a children's book, and I'm pitching TV projects as well. So that was written, several years ago. So since then, I've been writing a lot. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, and I've just made another film. It's in post-production, a comedy, pure comedy.
Okay. Can you tell us about it?
No, I'll wait till it's edited.
All right. Let's wait. It's some people wait to ask.
Yeah. Okay. No, I'll wait until I'll have a look and then I'll let you know.
Okay. And I wanted to say that we have read in Edinburgh magazine that Perry is a major talent, they say. And can you tell us more about things you do besides screenwriting? Well,
I'm a performer and a comedian, so I do a lot of one-woman shows. So that's what I write, monologues, funny monologues, and I do a lot of character stuff. So I'm never really me on stage. I play men and women and old ladies and children.
And where did you find passion for that?
Who knows? I don't know. I've always been a joker, I guess. But I started in San Francisco, and it just I love character comedy, and I'm interested in, being a chameleon and being able to change, and I like doing that. Yeah, it was fun.
From that, you ended up in film.
Yeah, I ended up writing for stage, and then I segued into radio, and then from radio, then I went to college and did a master's degree in screenwriting, and then I made a short film in Ireland, and then after I wrote Ruthless as a radio play, I knew it would be a good film. So now my whole focus now is besides my children's book is screenwriting or writing for television.
Okay, great.
Yes.
It was such a nice time talking to you. You're such
nice
a nice
to talk
person.
to you too, and I just want to say it's lovely, and thank Lublin Film Festival for Screen Ruthless. We're all very proud. The team of Ruthless. It's not just me. It's everybody. We're very proud to be here. Yeah. So thank you.
Yeah, I think the audience can't wait to watch it.
I hope so.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Thanks.